Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me tell you a story. Months ago, a video pops up on my YouTube homepage, and the video title is How Resident Evil 7 Changed Resident Evil. Because I interested, so I click it, and it's actually an essay video about how Resident Evil changed in 2017. As you guys know, Resident Evil is a game franchise created by Capcom, a Japanese company that released on 1994. I forgot because it's long, months ago I see it. And it first launched as a horror game for PlayStation 1. And Resident Evil has a lot of fans since then until Resident Evil 4 came out. Resident Evil 4 is more to action game, not like its predecessor, which is a horror game, but Resident Evil still has the formula of horror game. And then suddenly Resident Evil 5 came out. Resident Evil 5 is a full horror game, a full action game. And then Resident Evil 6 came out as a action game too. And Resident Evil got a lot of fans. Maybe a lot of fans hate about the game because it's moving towards action, not horror anymore. And then the developers didn't like the game too because the engine of the game is different engine than any other engine. The engine called MT Framework. This engine has a lot of version, maybe from different game. Maybe Capcom has a lot of game, such as maybe Devil May Cry or something. It has a different engine than Resident Evil. Maybe Devil May Cry using MT Framework and Resident Evil 4 using MT Framework 2 maybe. But in 2016, Resident Evil director changed. He wants to make a horror game again, but he need to have an evaluation from his team. So he make like some sort of, maybe ask something their teams. What should we make? So there's a lot of concept, but the concept that get accepted is a full horror game that is first person and it's ghost, not zombies. You guys know Resident Evil is created with zombies. And then the idea got accepted, and 2016 Capcom decided to make an engine that can make a lot of games in one single engine. So developers could not can reuse a lot of assets from different games. And then 2016 they make the engine is called Re-Engine, replacing the empty framework engine, so the developers can create more creatively and more precisely. And then 2016-2017 they making the game. The game is first person and the graphic is very good because it's new engine, and they are using some used asset from different games. And this engine is very good if you can see in the YouTube channel or something. And then 2017 there's lots of concept again for the final part. But first they want to create a horror game with, maybe you know Kuntilanak or something. Yes, horror game that the ghost is the enemy is like Kuntilanak, but it's got rejected. And then the final game is about a family, 4 family against 1 person. Okay, and then the game got released in 2017, and this engine has been used for around 6 years from now. It has created a lot of games, not just Resident Evil, but others games. They're using the same engine called Re-Engine. And then the last game may be called Resident Evil 4 Remake. Maybe that's all for me. Sorry if I had a lot of mistake because I watched this essays months ago, maybe 6 months ago. So maybe that's all for me. Last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.